Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you another of my film reviews, and today's film review is for the 2014 action thriller Non-Stop, a film that is directed by, and I hope I get this name right, Jean-Colette Serra, and it stars Liam Neeson, Julianne Moore, Scott McCary, Michelle Dockery, Nate Parker, Corey Stoll, and a couple of other faces that you will recognise as well. Now, what I thought I would do on my channel over the next few weeks, we're all going to be stuck indoors. I'm going to try and review as many films as I can that I haven't reviewed on the channel before, that you can just go out there, click on Netflix or something like that, and watch if maybe you haven't seen it, maybe you missed it at the time. So I'm going to try and put up quite a few classic film reviews and a few films like this, of this kind of period over the last few years, for you to maybe just easily click on and watch while you're there. There's obviously, we can't go to the cinema, so there's nothing out on the cinema. I do get sent screeners once in a while to film reviews on, which I will do periodically, and some other films that may be coming on streaming services in the next few weeks, things like that. But for the most part, I'll try and focus on this sort of stuff and keep you entertained with top 10 lists and TV show reviews, all that kind of stuff, and just try and get as much content as I can to keep you guys entertained over the next few weeks. So on with this review then, Non-Stop. Now this film focuses on Liam Neeson's character, who was a US marshal on the airplane, goes around on airplanes basically, and he's the marshal on those flights. He's a bit of a burnt out guy, he's a bit of an alcoholic, seems to be a little bit on the edge, and doesn't seem to be the most reliable. And then while he's on this particular flight, he receives a message from seemingly somebody on the flight telling him that someone is going to get killed in a very short period of time if he doesn't have a certain amount of money transferred to this account. This sends warning signs off for Liam Neeson's character. Bill Marks is called. He doesn't take it overly seriously initially, but as things begin to escalate, it becomes clear that this is in fact is not a hoax, it's for real. However, the only people who seem to believe him are a fellow passenger, Jen Summers, played by Julianne Moore, and not many others. The captain, the pilots, the people he's in communication with back at the airports, his superiors, nobody seems to believe that this is real. It continues to escalate, and then it actually gets to a point where they suspect it may be him that is hijacking this plane, and then in actual fact there's nobody else on this plane doing this but Liam Neeson himself. So it becomes a race against time to Liam Neeson's character to figure out what's going on, and make sure everybody on this plane gets home safely. So what's my thoughts on Non-Stop? Well, up until recently watching this, I hadn't seen it. I didn't see this at the cinema. At the time when it came out, Liam Neeson, highly popular with his action stuff, obviously with his Taken movies. It seemed he was churning out these sorts of movies every other, 2 or 3 times a year, as it felt. So I didn't really see the need to go and watch this. It felt like we'd seen this sort of stuff before with Passenger 57, and it's like Die Hard on a plane, Under Siege on a plane, all that kind of stuff. It didn't feel original enough for me to be that interested in when it was initially released. But after checking it out now, and it was a pretty decent box office hit for Liam Neeson at the time, I've got to say I really enjoyed this. I watched it with my wife, we both enjoyed it. It's pretty good. What I really liked about this film was the fact that there's a lot of familiar faces in this film, and I mean a lot, who you will recognise from TV shows, bits and pieces all over the place, whatever. And it throws you a lot of red herrings, this film. So you're really kind of struggling to figure out who it is. You try and put 2 and 2 together, you come up with one person, you think, well, it has to be that character. That person's too famous to be in this film and just have a small part. Has to be that character. And then there's another one, you think, oh, it must be this person. They seem a bit dodgy, and it's a recognisable face. So this film really does a good job to keep you on the edge of your seat and keep you in suspense right till the very end. Now the problem with that is, by the time the reveal takes place, it's a little bit underwhelming. I felt anyway. it was good because I didn't figure it out. So that bit of it's good. But when the reveal did take place, it just felt a little bit, what? You know, you're a bit like, I don't get that. Why are you doing this? It didn't make an awful lot of sense, and it was a little bit underwhelming, I felt. But for the most part, they kept us guessing throughout the whole film, and this film does that really, really well. Performances by everybody are really, really good. Liam Neeson, as well as this burnt out central character, this alcoholic, and with a very, very difficult past. When you learn more about his character, you can understand why he is the person he is these days. He reminded me very much of the character Clint Eastwood played in The Gauntlet. You know, this burned out police officer, alcoholic, with very similar characters in a lot of ways, but at the very core of them, very honourable men and always wanting to do the right thing. And you really, really get a strong impression of that from Liam Neeson in this character. He plays these kind of characters really, really well. And overall, I really did enjoy this film, far more than I expected it to. I thought it was going to be another one of those cookie cutter, by the numbers, tick all the boxes type hijack films, and it is in a lot of ways, but they do keep you guessing with the way they write the film, and the performances keep you all guessing, and there's some good action when we get it as well in the film. So it's a pretty top-notch film. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. Dead easy to get hold of and watch as well, and if you haven't seen it, check it out, because it is certainly a fun action film for you to watch. So that's my review for Non-Stop. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. Stay safe, everybody, and I'll see you back for more content on Screen Stars very, very soon.